Okay, so picture this. You and your friends have a shared notebook for tracking money. Simple, right? But here's the twist. Everyone gets an identical copy, and once something's written down, it can never be erased. I mean, ever. If you can wrap your head around that, you're already 90% of the way to understanding blockchain. Welcome back to The Explainer. In our last one, we talked about how crypto is basically digital money without a bank. But yeah, that opens like a pretty big can of worms, doesn't it?
I'm talking about the big one. How do you stop someone from spending the same digital dollar twice? It's called the double spend problem, and it's the whole reason blockchain even exists. And you know what? The solution is actually kind of beautiful in its simplicity. All right, let's really dig into this problem. Think about it. With a physical dollar bill, it's easy, right? I give it to you, it's yours. I don't have it anymore. But digital stuff? Oh, that's a whole different ballgame. You don't know you can text a photo to like 20 people at once and you still have the original on your phone? It's a perfect copy every single time. Now, imagine if you could do that with a $100 bill. You could pay your rent, buy something on Amazon, and send it to a friend, all with this same digital $100. Yeah, our entire economy would just collapse instantly. And that is precisely why we've always had banks, right? Or PayPal or Venmo. They're the trusted middleman, the official scorekeeper. They have the one single master list, the ledger, that says who has what, making sure you can't just copy and paste money. But what if you didn't need that middleman? This is the huge, game-changing question blockchain asks. What if, instead of one person holding the master record, everyone held a copy of the record? What if we could all check each other's work and trust the math instead of a big corporation? So let's go right back to that shared notebook idea. Honestly, it's the best way to get this. It cuts through all the jargon and gets to the core of this whole thing. So here's how it plays out. Everyone has an identical copy of the notebook. I want to send you money, so I shout it out to the group, and everyone jots it down on the current page. Bob pays Sally $5. Simple. But here's the magic. When a page gets full, the whole group seals it with a unique, unbreakable code. Think of it like a digital wax seal that also links it to the page before it. Now, if I try to be sneaky and go back to page 10 to change Bob pays Sally $5 to Bob pays Sally $1, that seal breaks. And because page 11 was sealed with a link to page 10, its seal breaks too. And then page 12. It creates this massive domino effect. The entire chain shatters, and everyone with their copy of the notebook would see it instantly. Bam, cheater caught. Okay, you get the notebook, right? Now let's swap out our simple words for the real deal tech terms. It's actually super straightforward. So that page in our notebook, in the real world, that's called a block. It's just a batch of transactions, a list of who paid who that have been verified and sealed up by the network. And that unbreakable seal we talked about, that's the chain. It's a super strong cryptographic link that connects every single block to the one that came before it, creating this long, unbreakable, chain of history all the way back to the very first transaction. And this process is what gives it that hardcore security. So when you send a Bitcoin transaction, it doesn't just happen. First, it gets announced to the network and goes into this sort of digital waiting room called a pool. Then, thousands of powerful computers, called miners, all around the world start competing to solve a really, really hard math problem. The first one to solve it gets the reward and the right to gather up a bunch of those waiting transactions and propose the next block. But it's not done yet. Everyone else on the network then double-checks their work. Only when they all agree, then that new block gets officially locked onto the chain. And that whole dance, the announcement, the mining competition, the verification, is why a Bitcoin transaction takes about 10 minutes. It's not instant like a credit card swipe because the network is doing all this incredible work in the background to make sure it's secure and legit. Okay, so that's the how. It's cool, it's nerdy, but so what? Why should you care? Well, it's because this whole structure gives blockchain 3 superpowers, 3 revolutionary properties that just aren't possible with our old financial systems. First off, it is immutable. That's a fancy word for unchangeable. Once a transaction is on that chain, it's there for good. It's like it's been carved into digital granite. You can't change it, you can't delete it. No one can. Not a hacker, not a bank, not even a government. The past is the past. Period. Second, it's transparent. Think about your bank account. Can I go look at your transactions? Of course not. It's a secret. But with something like Bitcoin, the entire ledger is public. You, me, anyone can go online right now and look at every single transaction that has ever happened, all the way back to the very first one in 2009. It's all out in the open. And third, and this might be the most important one, it's decentralized. There is no Bitcoin headquarters, there's no CEO, the network doesn't live on a server at Google or Amazon, it lives on thousands and thousands of computers all over the world, run by volunteers. There's no central point you can attack or shut down.
This is the perfect example of that power. China has tried to ban Bitcoin multiple times. They shut down miners, they blocked websites, and you know what happened to the Bitcoin network? Absolutely nothing. It didn't even notice, because no single country controls it. To actually kill Bitcoin, you would have to find a way to shut down the entire internet simultaneously all over the world. Good luck with that.
Okay, let's bring it all home. I want to quickly bust 3 myths I hear all the time, and then leave you with the one thing you absolutely have to remember.
First, big one. Blockchain is Bitcoin. Nope. Blockchain is the technology. Bitcoin is just the first thing built on it. It's like saying the internet is email. It's not, right? Email was just the first killer app. Second, blockchain is anonymous. Also wrong. It's the opposite. It's transparent. Every transaction is public. And third, blockchain can be hacked. Look, can your personal crypto wallet get hacked if you're careless? Yes. But the Bitcoin network itself, it has been running nonstop 24/7 since 2009 and has never once been successfully hacked. Its security record is insane.
So look, if all the technical stuff starts to fade, just hold on to this one image. Blockchain is just a shared digital notebook, a notebook that everyone has a copy of, that no single person controls, and that can never, ever be erased. That's it. That's the revolution. And just by understanding that, you're now way ahead of the curve. You get the fundamental technology that's powering this entire new digital world. Next time, we're going full detective mode. We're going to dive into the mystery of who actually created Bitcoin. Who is the phantom figure known as Satoshi Nakamoto? In the meantime, here's a little homework for you. Go to a website like blockchain.com and just click on a transaction. You'll be looking at the digital notebook live, in action. It's pretty cool. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching.